And next up, we have Live Dungeon, which is going to be a webcomic that I'm reviewing this week. It is 31 chapters currently as of this recording. It is free. There's no English publisher for this novel. It is available as a manga in its original language if you want to go purchase it to support the author, or even the original novels. Here is the webcomic description. An old MMORPG called Live Dungeon. Before the service was terminated, Kyotani Tsutomu made full use of 5 notebook PCs to clear the game and was invited to a different world. And then Tsutomu was speechless when he saw a live relay of a dungeon captured in a different world. They bulldozed through without any thought of strategy, the misfortune of getting the healer position. Tsutomu reinstated the White Mage that had always been his favorite in games and aimed to conquer the dungeon to find the key to his escape from a different world. Okay, so this is essentially an isekai novel, which I'm saying I'm writing isekai. Transported to a magical fantasy RPG world, where the main character goes to this RPG world, and he essentially sees that the world is different than what he already knew about, like this game-esque world that he had played, and that the people who lived in this world are natives, and they have not really developed the same kind of gamer skills that he's used to, whether it's how they fight dungeons or monsters, but it's mostly special in how they treat healers and how their healer role exists in this world. And the main character's big goal is one, find a way home. Great. That's always the ultimate goal. Super not part of the plot. For him, it's mostly to raise the value of the healer role in this world and through his own particular slightly overpowered abilities and strategies, to increase that healer's respect in this particular world because they're treated poorly, and that's what it is. So there you go, and those are his goals. He feels the healers are treated poorly and underutilized, and a lot of the plot of the story is just changing that perspective. And I actually really enjoyed that change in this kind of novel. Instead of just power leveling to defeat the evil demon lord or saving the world, over the case is just, I'm trying to change an institutional system for healers in this case. And I like the well thought out ways the main character did. He's not getting any powers that are particularly overpowered. It's just he's utilizing them in a very intelligent way according to how he's learned how to being an MMO player. I also like the use of tactics in the story, and I mean legitimate gamer tactics. And a lot of stories will ignore them or just kind of use them, but not actually talk about them in the way that gamers do in group gaming mechanics. And in this particular instance in the story, there's a lot of early detail, but utilizing particular roles and characters and how the healer is the team leader because they can see everything, and they also have access to everybody's information, and they're almost a group technician in some role respects. And I liked that eventual growth and explanation to this role, and also as a reader. So it was fun to see that tactical aspect explained and exploited in the story. And this is an ongoing story. I in particular like the first arc of it. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. Of the lit RPG web comics I've read, again, this is one that focuses a little more on proper group tactics and the role of a healer, which can be tedious on occasion if you've already familiar with the terms the main character is explaining. But it's overall a good story, and I like that it stuck to its premise throughout the entire sections that I've read. As for me, gets a score of 7.6 out of 10. That's a Live Dungeon with a good score of 7.6 out of 10.